Live coverage continues on Oilers TV of the Connor McDavid signing, so we bring in the man that made it happen, President of Hockey Operations and General Manager Peter Chiarelli. This process, I'm assuming, a little bit unique for you. It's a pretty big contract to negotiate and a pretty big-time player. What was it like for you as General Manager?
No, you're right. It was unique, and I've never had the opportunity to be associated with such a terrific player, and I've been in this business for over 20 years. So, I characterize it as a partnership, and I went into the negotiation like that, and so did they. And there's a lot of give and take, and there's a lot of stuff about coming out in the media about where he was at, and if he's at this number, it's going to be bad for the organization. Not once did that enter my mind, because the negotiations were done at such a professional level and really full disclosure. So really the takeaway from this is that Connor wanted to spend effectively the next 9 years of his career with us. And to me that was when I heard that, that made things a lot easier. He said it really publicly at the awards ceremony, the second award. I can't even remember which of the ones he said it at. But so you have a young, unique player who wants to spend that many years in this organization. It shows his confidence in us, and conversely, we're confident in him. So a good day all around.
Is that attitude and the ease of the negotiation, was that refreshing at all for you?
Well, again, it was unique. And because it's very, very rare you come across a talent like this at this age. So it was unique, and I went into it with an open mind, as did they, and there were gives and takes, there were ups and downs, but we worked our way through it, and we are where we are today.
We talked to Bob Nicholson shortly just a few minutes ago, and he talked about how important Connor was to the city, to this franchise, this organization moving forward. Can you put that in your own words?
Yeah, I mean, he is. He is not just on the ice. So I believe that's what Bob was alluding to. I just see a unique talent that you don't see very often come around, and I see a humble, driven kid who wants others to be better, and really, you can see the happiness in his face when others are better and when others on his team succeed. And for me, when you have someone like that with that talent, that's the primary ingredient to a Stanley Cup team. So we're fortunate as an organization, and we're fortunate as a city to have him commit to us for this period of time.
When we talked to Zach Kassian after he re-signed, he said that the team runs through Connor McDavid. We're going to follow him, and we're pursuing a Stanley Cup. Do you get that sense that the players around the locker room are ready to follow this young man, this 20-year-old, anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, you could see it all last year. I mean, and the players around him are the first to recognize what a special talent he is. So, yeah, it was very evident.
Last question. There's a lot of pressure with a big contract like this. Obviously, he's lived up to the pressure and the hype his whole career, his whole life. But his role as an ambassador for the sport and the organization, have you already seen him develop into that role? And what do you see from the future of that side of things?
Well, I just see a young man maturing, and I see him maturing this past year as a captain, as the youngest captain in NHL history. I see him maturing, going through the playoffs. I see him maturing in this process, going through, and this is, this is a large amount of money, as different as it sounds, for a young player to accept. Meaning, with that comes responsibility. With that, in a fixed cost system, becomes even more responsibility. So, I saw how he handled this, and every step of the way, he's impressed me.
All right, thanks a lot, Peter.
All right, thank you.